Before the video starts, I just wanted to ask what your guys' opinion is on these balance changes. Feel free to leave any comments you have about any of them down below or what you think they missed. And yeah, enjoy. How's it going, everybody? So we have the balance changes out today, which is pretty exciting. I always get excited for balance changes. And this is going to be the deck. I have the 4 cards. There's 4 cards that are getting buffed and 4 cards that are getting nerfed so far. The work in progress, so they're not finalized. But they definitely hit on a few things, and they definitely missed on a few things, I think. Kind of I don't know, they've done that for a few months in a row now, where they've just kind of missed a few cards. But they also did really get some cards that are important. So the first one that I want to talk about is the Lightning. The Lightning is getting absolutely murdered. Not murdered, but like it's getting like, I think 17% tower damage decrease, which is super good because this card is so frustrating to face. And it doesn't take any, like it's maybe the easiest spell to play in the whole game because you can literally wipe out 2 units and hit the tower, or just 3 units immediately and get like a +10 elixir trade at any moment in the game. So it's definitely a ridiculous card. So I'm glad they are nerfing it. It is so prevalent right now in the meta. Almost everyone is using it on top ladder, it feels like, if you're not using a poison deck. And because of the Evo Witch as well, it even got more popular this season than it was last couple seasons. So thankfully, it is getting a well-deserved nerf. Definitely my favorite balance change out of all of them right now, or so far, is the Lightning. Definitely need to just get this card out of the meta, or at least not out of the meta, but like way less. It's definitely like a 30 to 40% usage rate in the top 200. It's kind of insane, but I'm glad that it is getting changed. I'm pretty happy about that one. So next up, we have the Boss Bandit. Now this one was a flop, and I'll tell you why. Not because it's getting nerfed. Obviously, the card needs a nerf. It's a 3% HP nerf. I mean, I don't know if you guys have been watching this card or been playing this card yourself, but holy moly, what in the world? It doesn't die. 3% HP is not going to change how good this card is. I promise you, it is not going to affect it at all. So definitely a miss right there from the Supercell team, but it is what it is, man. I mean, at least they're nerfing it, but it's not going to change it, I promise you. So it's a little bit disappointing on that one, but it's all good, you know. It is what it is, I guess, at the end of the day. One card that didn't get nerfed that I think actually needs one is the Goblin Hut. I think it needs a lifespan duration nerf. It stays on the map for too long, to be honest with you. But the next nerf on the list, or like on my brain, I don't have a list. I'm just thinking it because I already saw them and stuff. Is the Ice Spirit Evolution? Yeah. So this card, I'm glad it's getting nerfed. It is so overpowered. For 1 elixir, it just gets way too much value in so many situations. It's like a snowball evo, but like better. For 1 elixir, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so frustrating to face when you have a massive push, and then one Evo Ice Spirit plus whatever the heck they have down on the map counters everything. It's like, holy cow, this is insane. It can fully counter like a Ram Rider push, pretty much anything that is, you know, an attacking card gets countered very easily by the Evo Ice. Even Expo at the bridge, like Evo Ice jumps on it and it's going to stay frozen forever. It takes so long to do its second wave, and it just like kind of stalls the game for such a long period of time that it definitely has been needing a nerf for a while. I'm glad it's getting addressed, and this change for sure going to make cycle decks a little bit worse, which is good, or at least force them to use a different evolution, which is also good. I know skeletons don't really get used much, same with like Bomber. There's a few other cheap evolutions. Look at the Boss Bandit, bro. Oh my gosh. But there's a few other cheap evolutions that don't get used tons that might get used a bit more. So the last and final change is the Evo Witch. I mean, it does need a nerf, to be honest. This card is very prevalent. I'm glad it's getting a nerf. So, I mean, I'm not a huge, like, Evo Witch fan in the first place. I don't think anyone is, because any healing mechanic in the game is just not good for the game, if you really want to think about it like that. But at least they're nerfing it right away, or in 1 season, I guess, in a decent time period. I hope that this card doesn't become super duper popular because of the Lightning nerf, but at the same time, I think that with the nerfed healing, oh my gosh, look at the Boss Bandit, dude. This card is not real. But with the nerfed healing effect, then we should see less Witch, hopefully. So anyways, that was a good first win. Let's hop into the next game. This guy got like destroyed. Okay, we got our next match here against Ennis. I can just cycle my Rage potentially if he doesn't do anything. Yeah, we'll just cycle this down. I don't have the attention span to wait at this range of ladder, especially. So I just built this deck, slapped it together because I thought it would be broken. Also, I'm going to play one more game, or this game, with this deck, and then I'm going to make a deck with the 4 cards that are getting nerfed. You guys kind of know the format by now that I like to do with these, with the balance change videos. One of my favorite videos every month is definitely the balance changes, so I have fun when they come out, like making it, either ranting or like being happy because something's getting nerfed. I'm kind of impartial. I don't know. I'm happy because the Lightning's getting nerfed, but I'm a little bit sad that they missed a few cards. So, I mean, now that we're still on nerfs, I can talk about cards that I think they missed. Oh, Oh gosh, I might be dead here, by the way, if he has E-Drag. If he E-Drags behind this golem, I'm dead. Speaking of Evo E-Drag, do you guys think it needs a nerf? I don't know. It's very, very situational, but like in situations when you don't have a lightning or like a spell to take it off the map, it kills everything. So I don't know. It's definitely an interesting one, but I'm going to say no. I think it's very situational. Too situational to nerf it. Am I dead here, by the way? Hold on. Let me focus on this defense. That Ram Rider is going to be clutch. I'm not going to lie. Okay, the Witch is doing enough here on D. You know what? That could have been worse. I can hopefully kill the E-Drag. It's going to be 1 HP. Please die. No, don't do this to me. No, Witch. No. Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. But yeah, in my opinion, like I already mentioned, the Goblin Hut lifespan has to get nerfed. It just sits on the map all game. If you have watched any top ladder recently, it is literally dominating as well. And I don't think it's even that overpowered. It just has too long of a lifespan. It should be fine once it gets nerfed on that aspect. For sure. What other cards do I think need a nerf? I mean, the Prince. I don't know how he's not nerfed. I don't think they're ever going to nerf him just because, I mean, even though it's not like an insanely popular card, the way that it like wins games and gets damage is ridiculous and unhealthy. That's why I think it needs a nerf. But I don't know. I mean, Prince needs a nerf. Let's be honest with ourselves. We're just going to, oh my gosh, what in the world? This E-Drag is so broken. But yeah, other cards I think need a nerf. Definitely... I mean, the Recruit's Evo just needs a deletion, to be honest. I don't even think it needs a nerf. That card is just so toxic and gets infinite value in so many scenarios and just is just not fun. Same with the Evo Wall Breakers. I think they actually need a nerf as well because they do too much damage and do too much damage to troops still, even though they did nerf them. I think recently it didn't really affect them much, and they still are really, really broken. I personally think that Evo Dart Goblin needs a nerf too. It shouldn't infinitely last. It should have something similar to the Rune Giants, which we'll talk about the Rune Giant later in this video, but I think it should have like a 10, maybe like a 10-second maximum duration where it still poisons after the Dark Goblin dies, if that makes sense. He has the defensive pump, which is kind of good right here. I think we could actually rage, maybe get a connection on tower with this Ram Rider, please. Nope. All right, that was that was short-lived hope for that Ram Rider to connect, but I'm just going to go Witch the back. We can come back from this, by the way. I just got to lock in here. I've been yapping too hard. I haven't been focusing at all. Oh my gosh, I'm going to go guards Ram Rider. I shouldn't have done that. I should have lightning this E-Drag. He's going to place. No, I shouldn't have guarded. Yep, that was dumb. Okay, it's fine. Can I lightning this in time? No, I can't. Dude, wait, this is really bad. I'm not gonna lie. I think we're cooked. Can I defend this? I need this E-Drag to not come back. No, 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 no. Oh, no, bad lightning, too. Oh, we're cooked. We're cooked. I sold. I gotta go Ice and then Goblin Hut to retarget this Golem. Oh, man, this is really bad. E-Drag does finally die on the right, though. That's good. I need to make sure this doesn't take my tower. Okay, we're good because he only has Tornado, right? And Tornado does 20 damage, so, I mean, it doesn't do anything. So we should have a chance to still win this game. He does guards. All right, let's go Witch up high, and then I can just potentially Ram Rider here, depending on what he wants to do. He Golems the river? No, 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 we gotta go all in here. He's gonna have to E-Drag this late, which is good for me, because now he can't do anything on this offensive push. The Ram Rider doesn't charge, unfortunately, but we still get some good damage. I think we actually have this one in the bag unless I sell. Because I just need 2 lightnings. Let's lightning the E-Drag right now, please. And then we should be okay. The Goblin Hut's going to stay alive for a bit because this card is very good. And then Evo Witch should take care of business. Oh my gosh, that was really bad, Evo Witch. I'm not going to lie. Let's go Evo Ice up high to freeze everything. Then we're back to lightning and just one more card. Holy cow. Okay, hold on for dear life. Let's go for the lightning and we should be good here. That got a little bit too close for comfort. But yeah, the buffs or the nerfs are definitely solid. They could add some more, but we'll see what they do in the final. Okay, moving on to the cards that are getting a buff. We have, first off, these cards, I'm going to be honest, I think pretty much all of them, except for the Little Prince, definitely need this buff, and they are just not used ever in the game. So first off, you can see it waddling down the lane right now. The Goblin Demolisher, I mean, I don't know what happened to this card. It was really good for a while, and then I think they just overkilled it with the nerfs after a period of time. It got like, it was kind of good. It was pretty good still, and then they got one more nerf, and I was like, I don't know about this one. And then after that nerf, it kind of just died, and nobody played it. Oh my gosh, I have nothing for this, by the way. Holy cow. I can zap maybe. This is fine. Yeah, whatever. That should be okay. Nope, I got a Demolisher. Wow, this is a bad start. You can already see these cards are way weaker than the ones I was just playing. But yeah, Little Prince is getting a buff. The Goblin Demolisher is getting a buff. Definitely Goblin Demolisher needs one more than LP. I have been seeing people complaining about LP like it's already a pretty darn good card, even though the LP is only a 3% HP buff, I believe. It's going to make it survive at 1 HP in situations instead of dying, which is very, very toxic, kind of similar to like an Archer Queen or LP of the past type of thing. So that is a little bit scary to think about, but I think it should be fine. It shouldn't be too broken or anything. But yeah, next up is, you see it right there, the Rune Giant. I mean, this card is useless. It might be one of the bottom 4 or 5 cards in the whole game. It's just a walking pillow almost. I don't even know. It really doesn't do anything. Rarely you'll get value out of it, and it was super broken for a while, so I don't want it to ever go back to how it was. And I don't even think this buff to the card is going to make it that much better. Evo MK is going to just destroy me here. Also, Evo MK might need a nerf. I don't know. I know mid-ladder players will agree with me, maybe not top ladder. I don't think it needs a nerf personally, but it just is super good in so many scenarios. With the way that it takes out E-Giant too as well now, I think it needs a little bit of a, maybe like a slight, tiny nerf, like very slight, kind of like the Boss Bandit type of nerf that we're about to see right now. But, oh my gosh, Rune Giant's getting slapped around. But yeah, Rune Giant, you need a nerf. You might need more, I mean, a buff, not a nerf. You might need more than a buff because you are useless. And I don't even mean that in like a dang I want it to be good type of way. It just is bad. I'm just being honest with y'all. It is so bad. And I don't think anyone can use the card right now, so I'm not complaining that it's getting a buff. I definitely hope that it puts it like somewhat usable. I don't think it's a great card for the game, but it's definitely kind of fun in some scenarios, so I don't want to see it completely dead. I'd rather see other cards like a Boss Bandit or a Goblin's dying completely dead, to be honest, than a Rune Giant's. He's going to pop the ability. No, he doesn't get it down in time. That's a big mistake right there. But yeah, definitely an interesting one. And then the last card that is getting a buff, I almost said nerf again, is the Evo Wizard. It's shield, I believe. Wait, is it the Evo or the normal? I think it's the Evo Wizard. The shield's getting changed a little bit to have more HP, if I'm not mistaken, or something along those lines. Maybe more knockback. I'm not sure what it is exactly, what the change is. I low-key forgot. My memory's failing me. But this should low-key be game, I think. Maybe I can fireball this prince in a second once it walks towards my tower. Perfect fireball. Okay, and now we just need to cycle back around to one more fireball to win this game because my giant doesn't want to clutch up for the boys. Also, giant could actually use a nerf. I'm not even saying that like I'm being super serious. It definitely could use a small little hit point nerf to make it just a little bit less prevalent maybe in the meta, because it's very popular right now and has been for a couple seasons. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. Let's go for one more game with the trash deck. We're just gonna call it bad. But yeah, I'm very curious to hear your guys' thoughts on the changes. What do you think they missed? What do you think they didn't miss? I actually really want to read the comments because I know people are gonna go in and be mad on some things and probably gonna be happy on other things. Oh yeah, the cannon cart is getting buffed too, isn't it? Or am I tripping? I thought I saw a cannon cart buff. I'm not putting that in my deck, bro. I hate this card. And I think that card shouldn't get buffed. So that's my opinion on the cannon card. If it does end up getting a buff, I don't think it deserves one. I hate that card. But he's going to go for a Sparky the back. This could be actually really bad for me. I don't really have anything for the Sparky right now. I guess we can zap it so it doesn't shoot both of my things. That's actually really good. Oh my gosh, that's kind of a big mistake by him. Nice! And the Sparky doesn't shoot. Oh man, the Sparky just sold him. I'm not going to lie. Mini Pack is going to take care of the Demolisher. I can just go guards the back, and we should be chilling right now. But yeah, definitely interesting changes. I don't know. I'm very undecided on if I think it's a W like change or an L change or just like an okay change. I'm super happy about a few things, but other things I'm like, eh. You know, I just they could just do one really good balance change and the game could actually be super banging. It already is going up in popularity, by the way, W Clash Royale. But I just think there's just a little bit missing on the balance side. It's definitely getting better. But you know, there's just cards that somehow escape things, and I don't know if it's because of the balance team directly or more like the company won't let them nerf certain cards in a time period because they want to, you know, maybe gain. How do I say this? Gain maximum, you know what I'm talking about from the cards, but like, man, it's frustrating watching them dominate a meta when, you know, there could just be a meta without broken cards, man, you know what I mean? Or not, there's always going to be cards that are really good, but like there could be a meta without a card that's just dominating the meta by itself, you know what I mean? But I still think overall, if I had to give them a rating like the changes, I would say, I would say 7.3 because Lightning, finally. Definitely needed that nerf, but there is some things they missed as well, and definitely some question marks in there. So I think it has some room to improve, definitely. Maybe, you know, the RG Monk deck that everyone and their mother is running right now. I mean, it's going to get a slight nerf, I guess, with the lightning, but I mean, to be honest, people just play the fireball version. It's the same thing. So I don't know how they got to figure out some type of way to nerf that deck, because it is running rampant in Clash Royale right now as well, I would say. But just gonna go for the guards like this. I think Evil Wall Breakers definitely need a nerf as well as the recruits. I'm just gonna go Giant. He's low-key cooked here. I don't think he can defend that. There's the Sparky. We have Evo Zapdo in cycle, so the Sparky's going to be pretty much useless. It's just gonna be a like eye candy sitting there next to the tower. So it's gonna die to the fireball, and that's gonna be GG's. GG to boss, guys. Everyone go comment that I just beat him in Clash Royale. But no, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, let me know your thoughts on the balances down below, and enjoy the Butch clip. Peace out, everyone. Have a good day.